Let's not waste each other's time. I know why you're here. Now, I highly suggest that you stick around till the end of this video, as I'm going to be touching lightly on how I am going to be helping you in the near future to secure a job. Hi guys, my name is Satini and thank you for stopping by. I'm going to be talking about the healthcare assistant visa today. So if you're a regular old subscriber, you're probably going, is this deja vu? You've spoken about this before. Well, this is a different visa. The first visa is a healthcare assistant visa that's more broad. It caters for nursing homes, hospitals, as well as home-based care. The new visa that is being introduced next year in 2023 is solely focused on home-based care. Now, this is amazing news. This is great news. New visa means new opportunities. This is the time to take your CV, dust it up. Let's tidy up those LinkedIn profiles. Let's tidy up those online profiles. Let's get everything aligned. Let's get those police clearances done because we know they're going to be asking for them. And let's get ready so that when those visa requirements are released, you are ready to apply for that healthcare assistant in home-based care in Ireland in the year 2023. Now, this is the time to dust up on your interview skills as well. I have a video linked above where I talk about some of the questions that you can expect as a healthcare assistant in a healthcare assistant interview. I'm also going to touch up a little bit more and do a brand new video on that, just to find questions that align more with home-based care as well. But the questions will more or less be the same. Now, today I'm going to briefly touch on the visa. Tomorrow I am going to do a video based on some of the pros and some of the cons and get into more detail on what exactly is home-based care, so that you have the knowledge, you have the understanding, and you can make the decision that, is this the visa for me? So what are home-based carers? What do they mean when they say home carers? These are people who are qualified to take care of the elderly or of the vulnerable. But the difference between them and other healthcare assistants is that they go to the client's home and they take care of the client in their own home. That is the difference. Now let's get into this juicy new news, this hyped up news that have just come into question. So on the 30th of November, the government announced that they are going to be introducing a new visa for home-based care. And they are hoping that this will target and bring in 1,000 staff to work as home-based carers. I'm talking to you. This could be you. You remember when everybody applied to the UK? Remember when everybody applied to Ireland for the first healthcare assistant visa, and you ran around because you had this news very last minute? You ran around applying and you couldn't find a job. Well, this time you are on the forefront because you are subscribed to my channel. You are on the forefront. I am telling this to you now so that you get the knowledge now, not after your cousins and your uncle have already told you when they've already left the country. I'm telling you before this launches. Don't sleep on this. So, the government announced that up to 1,000 general employment permits will be issued next year for home carers from outside of the EU. Outside of the EU, that is anything that is not in the European Union. I'm talking Africa, I'm talking and Philippines, I'm talking the broad range, America if you will. All those countries are included. All those continents, all those countries are included. They're talking to you. Minister of State for Mental Health and Older People, Mary Butler, and the Minister of State for Business, Employment and Retail, Damien English, made the announcement today at the launch of the report of the Strategic Workforce Advisory Group on Home Carers and Nursing Home Health Assistants. Around 6,000 people in Ireland are approved for funding to have a healthcare assistant come into their home and assist them. But there is not enough labor to cater for these people. Hence, the vulnerable, the elder, are left unattended for long periods of time. This is the government responding to this problem. This is why the government has introduced this visa. Those who get the work permits must be offered full-time positions with a minimum salary of 27,000 per year. Now, when they say minimum salary of 20,000 per year, this is usually based on a 40-hour work week. Now, I'm not going to do the calculations for you, but just briefly, very briefly, generally a work week is around 39 to 40 hours. So when they say 27,000 per year, you need to take the 27,000 divided by 52 weeks, because that's the number of weeks in a year, and that will give you the average amount that you get per week. Once you get the average amount that you get per week, further divide that by 40 and you will get your hourly rate from there. On top of that, remember that you will be traveling to people's home. Now you're starting to do the calculations and you're like, wait, I'll still have to travel. I'm going to come up short. No. Most employers will offer you a stipend, a travel allowance to allow you to be able to travel to these clients. This will ensure good quality employment for care workers who come to Ireland, while at the same time alleviating our national recruitment crisis, Mrs. Butler said. The minister said they are strongly endorse group's recommendations, committing to their full implementation as a priority. All care workers working in home support and long-term residential care for older people should receive fair pay and conditions and have the opportunity to progress in their career. Now, at this moment in time, besides the salary and the fact that you'll be offered a full-time employment as well as a minimum of a 2-year contract, that is all we know so far. When the new visa is implemented in the new year, further requirements will be rolled out. But I do strongly suggest that for now, dust up your CV, get your CV looking pristine. If you don't know how to put a good CV together, there is numerous organizations that you can contact, that you can pay, and they're actually very affordable, that you can pay so that they can help you dust up those CVs. Now, I am based in Ireland already. I speak to employers who have home-based agencies who often contact me offering me a job. Now, I have emails to those employers. I have emails to those employers. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to speak to some of them and I'm going to get you those email addresses so that you know who to contact. The email addresses that you find on Google most of the time are outdated. Sometimes you send the email and it bounces back to you saying, so-and-so is no longer employed here. And sometimes they don't even give you a forwarding email to who to contact now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be giving you direct email addresses, not now, once the visa has been rolled out, so that you can be able to contact those employers. So I highly suggest that you subscribe so that you do not lose out. I'm not going to be sleeping on this. You're not going to be sleeping on this. I have a baby upstairs who's awake, but I took the time today to wake up and share this amazing news with you. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Sitini signing out. Bye-bye.